This week on the road to Wrestlemania, things got very, very heated up with many of the participants in the matches. First off, things got heated between CM Punk and Chris Jericho. CM Punk has always called himself the straight edge superstar, always has talked about doing no drugs, no alcohol, no recreational use, and stuff of that nature. Well, Chris Jericho cut a promo on Raw this week talking about the reason CM Punk was straight edge was because his father was an alcoholic. Now, I don't know if that is exactly true, but if it is, what a great way to show some realism for CM Punk, because for a while CM Punk has kind of looked untouchable, like he hasn't got any vulnerabilities, and that's huge. That's huge. That's really huge into the storyline. I think CM Punk and Chris Jericho are going to have a fantastic match at WrestleMania. It was reported earlier this week that CM Punk and Chris Jericho, The Rock and Cena, and Taker and Triple H were all getting at least 25 to 30-minute matches, which is going to make WrestleMania spectacular. And speaking of The Rock and John Cena, wow, what a great Monday Night Raw. You had The Rock concert with some really, really funny lyrics by The Rock, and then you had John Cena, come out being praised and being cheered because of how he used to be. He came out to Basic Thugonomics wearing a throwback jersey, wearing his hat backwards, and wearing a chain. And John Cena, the rapper, John Cena, the doctor of thugonomics, back in 2003, 2004, is when people really, really liked him, and he showed us why he made it to the top to begin with this past week, because he was himself back when he was rapping and doing the freestyle and talking trash. And these days he's kind of a corporate puppet, as I hear people call him. So, it was really great to see John Cena go back to the old ways, and The Rock, he was in rare form with his rock concert, and it's gonna be a war of words all the way up to WrestleMania. They haven't even touched yet for the most part, and it's heating up for sure. So then we move on to the Undertaker and Triple H match. The Undertaker and Shawn Michaels had a confrontation this past Monday night regarding this year's WrestleMania, and boy, was that heated. And it's funny, when Shawn walked away from this segment, Triple H came out and just smiled at the Undertaker and did the DX crotch chop, and almost like he was up to something, like he had a plan. So that was huge. That was huge build up for the match that they're having at WrestleMania. And I gotta tell you right now, the build up for Undertaker versus Triple H this year is a lot better than the build up they had last year. So I'm really looking forward to seeing that. And also, a couple new matches were made. Obviously, most of you know by now, Team Teddy versus Team Johnny at WrestleMania. It's going to be a 12-man tag. Only 3 participants have named for each side so far. Team Teddy is consisted of R-Truth, Kofi Kingston, and Santino Marella thus far. And Team Johnny is consisted of David Otunga, Christian, and Mark Henry. So 3 more guys on each team to be decided. Right now there are campaigns going out on YouTube and WWE.com with, wrestlers asking to be on each team for the fight for power. So that's going to be interesting. That should be some really good build up in the next 2 weeks leading up to WrestleMania. So also, Randy Orton versus Kane was announced last night on SmackDown. I'm not quite sure where this feud is headed, but I really like the matchup because you have the Viper, Apex Predator versus the Big Red Monster, the Big Red Machine. Both very evil gimmicks, as people like to say. And it's funny is I love what Randy Orton said last night in his promo. He's like, "I'm not John Cena. I don't rise above the hate. I embrace it." And I love how he's playing into that with Kane. And I really truly believe this is Kane's final run. I think it almost sounds like his last match is going to be at WrestleMania, but I'm not quite sure yet on if he's going to retire or not yet. But if he does retire, what a better opponent to go out to than Randy Orton. Randy Orton as a legend killer, and what great way to kind of maybe rebirth that gimmick, the legend killer, by killing the Legend of Kane. But that's neither here nor there right now. There have been no reports that Kane is retiring, so but I would keep an eye on that just to watch to see what happens at WrestleMania with Kane. Because if Kane loses, who knows, he might be done. But if Kane wins against Randy Orton, maybe he's getting a push again. I don't know. Then there's a Divas tag team match that was made. It was going to be Beth Phoenix and Eve versus Kelly Kelly and Maria Menounos. That's however you pronounce it. The star of Extra. And a lot of people are a little upset about that. They feel another diva like a Natalia or Tamina Snuka or somebody of that stature deserves a spot WrestleMania, especially with how athletic they are and great of wrestlers are. So I know Smith Hart, Natalia's uncle, Bret Hart's brother, kind of lashed out and said that it was an embarrassment that Natalia wasn't in WrestleMania this year. So I have to agree with them a little bit. I believe, like I said, Natalia and Tamina should be in WrestleMania together this year. But unfortunately, that's not going to happen. So we'll have to stay tuned for more on that. And some other news not related to the matches. It is reported that former WWE diva Tori Wilson will be in Miami with her boyfriend Alex Rodriguez, third baseman of the New York Yankees. That was announced on WWE.com. It was also announced this past week that Mike Tyson will be at the WrestleMania Access events for WrestleMania, and he's going to be signing autographs for people and meet and greet type stuff like all the other wrestlers do. So thought that was kind of cool. Also, they apparently have 2 more Hall of Fame names left. One of them is Yokozuna. Apparently WWE is going to be having another one. I'm not quite sure who yet, but I would stay tuned for more on that. Like I said, things are heating up for WrestleMania. Sheamus, Chris Jericho had an excellent match last night until Daniel Bryan got involved and cost Sheamus the match. CM Punk had a great match with The Miz this past Monday. A lot of great matches, a lot of great TV so far on the road to WrestleMania, and WWE's pretty impressive this time of year with the TV and entertainment value of the shows. So we'll have to see if that keeps up after WrestleMania. But for now, I'm enjoying the WrestleMania. The road to WrestleMania has been really fun and exciting thus far. So that's it for me for the week. Same Hollywood time, same Hollywood channel next week. Hope to hear your thoughts, comments, and questions below. Have a good day.